the two items that are found in the Blade Mountain ranges. Yan must obtain them in order to execute his plan. As Yan is waking, he thinks that the first thing he should obtain is the goblin's heart. While he is thinking this at that time, ambush him from behind. Yan notices it, and by using Dark Soul, 21st Form Draconic Flames, he pierced through the goblin's chest and takes out the heart. He then uses the Draconic Flames to burn the goblin to crisp. After that, as he looks forward, he sees a group of goblins looking at him with lustful eyes. Yan smiles and says that he didn't thought that the thing he wants would come to him walking. Yan then jumps towards the group of goblins. Magic crystals are usually just deemed as byproducts of monster hunting. They're usually just used as accessories for magic items. But one day, something happened that caused the value of magic crystals to re-astronomically. Professor Isaac, the magic scholar, published a thesis in the Academy that humans can absorb the traits and mana of a monster by using magic crystals, stamina from orcs, regeneration from trolls, and strength from ogres. Naturally, the world academics opposed to his thesis. They says that it's ridiculous as human and monsters use mana differently. The headmaster Neuron then asked Isaac that if he can prove his thesis, he also tells Isaac that if he can't prove his thesis, he will get expelled. After Isaac applied his thesis on Neuron, he gets bulk, and now he has more muscles than a young boy. As soon as the thesis was proven, the mana users of the whole continent got excited. Monsters became more frequently seen in pharmacies than in dungeons. Everyone questioned Isaac that if the process to absorb mana stone is complicated, the process to remove poison from the magic crystal is extremely complicated. It needs either the flower of the moonbug or volcanic stones. But the absorption itself is very simple. You just eat it, Isaac replied. Yan kills all the goblins and starts to take their heart and eat it, to eat the monster's magic crystal and heart in a 2-1 ratio. This method of eating that harmonizes the magic crystal's mana and the poison that expels from the heart. As Yan eats it, he feels very disgusting and he spits a bit of it due to the poison. To absorb mana, crystals, one must be prepared to risk their life. The poison starts to destroy the indies of Yan, so to slowly purge the poison, he uses Divine Dragon's breathing. After using the breathing technique, the poison calmed down. While Yan is absorbing the heart at that time, Cruel sees this, and he launched a sneak attack. The attack of Cruel makes the area to get covered in dust. In the meanwhile, Cruel says that he is surprised to see this sight, that a 900s rank trainee killed all of this goblins. He also says that now he will kill him and take all this magic crystals with him. As the dust clears, Cruel gets shocked to see that Yan is not there. Yan escaped Cruel's attack and he gets behind a stone. He then tells Cruel that hooligans like him are more dangerous than the monsters in the Blade Mountain ranges. Did you manage to get away? You sure got lucky. I heard there's a tribe among the barbarians that eat monsters. It's actually way more repulsive than I thought to see one in person. While I'd love to beat a barbarian like you to death right now, I'll spare your life if you show me sincerity. Cruel says this to Yan. Yan asked that he means by showing sincerity. Cruel replies that if Yan give him all the magic crystals he has gathered so far, he will show him the mercy of the noble. Yan tells Cruel that he doesn't have any magic crystals because he ate all of them. Hearing this, Cruel gets angry and threatens Yan that no one is here so he can kill him easily, so if he value his life, he should hand to him all the magic crystals. Yan gives a sinister look, says that right. No one else is here. Yeah, you're finally realizing the situation you're in. Quietly hand over. Cruel says this. As he says this, Yan moves quickly and punched at Cruel's stomach. Dwight estate. I must become the master of this estate. I was 12. When I came to understand the state of the world, its trash-like state made me feel I'd be the natural choice to succeed this family. However, misfortune had struck me as I was stuck with 2 trash cans above me. They were scared. They didn't want me to succeed the family. Hence, I was thrown into the Special Forces Training Center by them, under the pretext of training me. I can't believe it was their decision to throw me in that dump site of a place. I will never forget them. Cruel Dwight, is the true successor of the Dwight family. I'm on a whole another level unlike in trash. The moment I get out of this place, I'll exterminate all of the trash bastards. This is the history of Cruel. In the fighting between Yan and Cruel, Yan comes out as the winner, and he takes Cruel of the Valley of Snakes, the single path that leads below the cliff. The shape of the path denotes the slithering of a snake. Hence, it was named the Valley of Snakes. As no living organisms approach this area, no one knows where the end of the valley is. Yan makes Cruel his dog. He binds a rope to Cruel's neck and let his carry the bodies of Goblin. After following Yan for a bit, he tells Yan that he is not a person who can do this types of work, as he is the true successor of the Dwight family. I don't want to hear you yapping about your family, Yan tells him and pulls the rope and tells Cruel to walk faster. Cruel asked Yan that why is he making him do this? Yan replies that he is the one to brought this upon him. Yan also tells that this punishment is very low for trying to kill him. Cruel then questioned that why is he bring so many goblin cropses with him? Yan tells him to shut up and walk quietly. You know you can get punished via the Empire. Laws for making a noble do manual labor. Cruel says this. Yan throws a stone at Cruel at it, hits at his nose. Cruel lays on the ground and rolls around due to pain. He couldn't says anything by remembering the beating he received from Yan. At first, he thought that he can defeat Yan easily. Yan slaps him and defeated him in a humiliating way. After that, Cruel gets up and starts to walk behind Yan. He gets angry and thinks that after he recovers his mana, he will kill Yan for sure. The killing intent of his gets noticed by Yan. Yan turns around with a scary face and tells him that if he needs to make him understand things further. Seeing this, Cruel gets scared and his killing intent vanishes and he starts to talk about becoming friends with each other. After Cruel settled down, Yan finds him a bit strange. There's a small trace of bloodlust, but it's heading in all directions. Yan only know of one thing with such an energy, just like how there's black magic that uses the power of darkness among the world of magic. There are also demonic martial arts that uses the power of darkness in the world of martial arts. Anul can obtain more power, quicker than the usual martial arts. But it breaks down the user's mana and body as they continue to use it, and the user would eventually be devoured by the darkness and fall into a state of madness. Cruel's nickname in Yan's previous life was Bloodstar. He was notorious for all the evil deeds he committed in order to succeed his family. Yan wonders if the notorious deeds Cruel has in his previous life is because of the demonic martial arts. But in this timeline, it doesn't look like he's learned that at this point in time. After walking for a while, Cruel tells Yan to wait and requests his to release the leash. At first, Yan didn't intend to do so, but as he hears the words of Cruel, his gets convinced and then he releases the leash. Cruel rubs his neck and says that now he feels good. Yan then tells Cruel that his job is done as they have reached their destination. Cruel asked Yan about this place. Yan replies that a real treasure is hidden in this place. After that, Cruel throws the corpses of goblins in the huge crack. He then kicks the bag and tells Yan that he has done the job that has been instructed for. Yan tells him that as he has finished the job, he will give him a piece of advice. Advice? Cruel asked. Yan looks down and seems a bit tensed. He advises Cruel to run to the gate without looking back. As Yan says this, we can see 2 eyes glows at the bottom of the crack. As the bodies of the goblins fall on the bottom, their blood spills on the floor and activates a magic circle. After sucking all the blood from the goblins, the circle glows red and black, smoke emerges from there. From that, a monster awakens, and it roars. Cruel and Jan is seeing this from above. Cruel asked Jan that what the hell he has done. Jan says that it was all Cruel's doing. He then tells Cruel to get ready as the monster is coming. Seeing them, the monster jumps and rushes towards them. A vertical eye opens on the monster's head, and it tells them to offer souls to him. Kasia and Lorina is with the other trainees. Kasia asks Lorina that if she is feeling all right. Lorina replies, yes, and says that an unimaginable evil mana is spreading throughout the whole area. They finds that the center of that mana is coming from the Snake Valley, and they wonders that the hell is going on. Kasia says that she has never encountered anything this strong before, so she is not sure what to make out of it. Looking at the situation, Lorina tells Kasia that they have to change their plan, and they should head towards the gate right away. Lorina then announces to the other trainees that they will be going to the gate as fast as possible, so she tells them to throw away any useless baggage, and also to throw away the magic crystals. The trainees asked her that what will happen to the test. Lorina tells them to shut up and quickly get to the gate. The trainees then starts to do as they are instructed. Lorina then tells Kasia that the mana is on par with the Patriarch. The Patriarch? No way. His fighting abilities alone are always within the top 5 of the Empire. He's the guardian god of the North. That mana is on par with Duke Beowulf. That means that even if all the instructors came over, they wouldn't be able to defeat that. We are done for. Kasia says this to Lorina. After that, we can see at that instructor post. An intruder has infiltrated their base. It the monster that Jan has awakened. The monster kills all the instructors in a second. Other instructors see this and rush to attack, but the monster is immensely powerful, and it ignited the instructors in an instant. The monster's quench for the soul hasn't gone yet. It wants more soul. On the other side, Lorina and his squad is running at full speed towards the gate. They have come near the gate at that time they hears some voice. So Lorina tells her squad men to stop. A trainee comes in front of them, and he is walking weirdly, as is, saying that he will offer his soul. The trainee then points his hand towards Lorina and his body brust. Lorina gets ready to fight. Kasia tells the other trainees that they have been ambushed, and she tells them to look for the enemy. At that time, the blood from the brust trainee starts to float in midair, and it takes shape of a magic circle. Seeing this, the low-level trainees get terrible headache and they starts to vomit. Lorina tells everyone to get on guard. From the magic circle, the monster starts to come. The monster tells them that they are the ones who have awakened him from his slumber, so now he will express his gratitude by taking their souls. As the monster has now shown his full body, we can see that it is an ancient lich with 4 hands and 3 eyes. The mages were saddened, because human life was finite, whereas magic was infinite. Blinded by greed, the mages researched on how they could pursue magic eternally. As a result, they offered their souls to the darkness and obtained eternal life. They turned into undead, a monster that loathes all living things, into a lich. As Lorina sees it, she gets that it is not a normal lich. It has absorbed numerous lives and become a being that has existed for almost an eternity. Lorina wonders that why such a monster is lurking around here. On the other side, Roman, Jake, and Todd is rushing towards the gate. As they approaches towards the gate, they sees the death bodies of the instructors. Seeing this, Roman gets tensed, and he remembers the words of Jan before they got transported here. Before teleporting, Roman comes to Jan and asked him that if he want to team up together, as roaming alone in the Blade Mountain ranges is extremely dangerous. Jan tells him that he doesn't want to team up as he intends to go around alone. Before departing, Jan tells Roman that if he feels like something terrible has happened, then he should run towards the gate immediately and forget about the test. Now, seeing all of this, Roman wanders. that if all of this is Jan's doing, and what the hell is he thinking right now? Later we can see that the ancient Lich is slowly walking towards Lorina. Seeing the Lich approaching, Lorina orders her underlings to quickly get to gate number 3, which is the nearest place from here. As Lorina is not coming, so Kasha tells her that she also have to go with them. Lorina unself his sword and tells Kasha to go, as she will be buying them time for escape. Lorina looks at Kasha and tasked her to safely evacuate all the trainees. At first, Kasha didn't want to leave Lorina alone, but after thinking that she has to take over her family, she decides to leave. Seeing that Lorina is alone, the Lich says that she is a fool, that she is trying to fight him alone. Lorina thinks that she still have some chance of winning. She only have 2 advantages right now. First, she have a blessed mithril sword that undeads are weak against. While she is thinking this, the Lich casted a magic. The magic's name is Skull. Magic Missile. As the Lich casted it, many skulls appear out of nowhere and rush to hit Lorina. Lorina uses her Dark Start mobility skill Wings of the Wind Swallow to avoid all the skulls. She then throws her sword cover towards the skulls as the 2 of them collides. An explosion occurs which binds the Lich. Lorina uses this chance and gets up. She then jumps towards the Lich and slash him vertically. As the attack lands, Lorina gets shocked to see that his attack is being blocked by the Lich's defense magic protect wall. Lorien gets shocked again to see that the Lich is double casting. In the meantime, the Lich cast a attack, magic using his skulls, and it hits Lorina at the back. Getting hit, Lorina fall, and her weapon gets away and falls on the ground. The Lich then binds Lorina using his skull. Lorina now gets into a terrible situation. She shouts at the Lich to unbind her and let her go this instant. The Lich laughs and says that he will now destroy that haughty soul. After that, the Lich starts to cast his magic. A magic circle comes in front of Lorina, and the Lich says that he will turn her into a corpse that will only serve him. On the other side, at the ancient Lich's lair, Jan enters the lair alone. He walks along the lair wearing a monster leather. As he is about to climb the stairs, a magic circle activates. This is an advanced flame magic trap, known as Flare Tempest. A huge flame totally engulfs Jan, but after a while we can see Jan is absolutely fine. He is totally fine because of the volcano. Monster armor, the leather of the volcano. Armadillo has high fire resistance. It also has a durability that can even withstand explosive fire magic. Jan knows this trap beforehand, so he bought this with him. He then throws the leather and starts to walk. There are a total of 492 magic traps. Among them, there are about 30 moving traps. Jan used the goblins to lure the Lich out of his lair so that he can get his hands on the treasure while the Lich is gone. Although he came up with this plan, but he can't believe it's this simple. Of course, this could only be possible if Jan knew everything about the lair. He got to know about the Lich when he was the captain. After he returned from an assassination mission, he received a report, case number A582157, Ancient Lich. In this case, 1,000 trainee soldiers have gone to the Blade Mountain Ranges, and there they found an immensely powerful monster that killed 900 trainees, and only 100 of them survived. A huge loss that placed the Special Forces Training Center in a critical state. Additional Report 1. We're assuming that the Lich woke up and left his lair after sleeping for a long time and began to suck the blood of the trainees. After that, we were able to locate the Lich as we investigated that incident. The lair was assumed to have been built during the ancient times. It was filled with mysterious treasures, grimoires that would make you a sage even if you read one of them, jewels that would make you so rich that you wouldn't have to work for life if you had one of them. But the most important thing was missing a life vessel. The egg of mana that contains the Lich's life and mana. The life vessel that was missing in Jan's previous life still exists here. Additional report. to discovery of the remnants of a life vessel assumed to have gotten damaged while the Lich was fighting someone. The culprit is undetermined. The incomplete secret technique that the Emperor gave Yan only allowed him to absorb it, but he couldn't compress it. But if Yan have the life vessel, the ultimate form of mana, he could use it to replace the missing function of compression that the secret technique lacked, that could perfect the divine dragon's breathing. Yan thinks this a smiles as now. If he used this opportunity, he might be able to surpass his precious self. After walking for a while, Yan comes in front of a gate, in which lies the Lich's altar, and this is also at the bottom level of the lair. Yan then throws a kuni at the gate. As the kuni is about to hit the gate, it is stopped by a magic barrier. After that, a skull comes out of there and attacks Yan. Yan dodges it and moves backwards. This the gatekeeper that Yan has heard off. This is the sealing magic face lock. It is an evil spirit without a physical body, so it is very hard to deal with. The skull then scans Yan's face, and as it didn't match it, tells to verify with the right face. Yan leaves that route as he knows about a secret way around. There was a place written in the report. After searching for a while, Yan found a switch in the wall, so he pressed it. As he pressed it, a door opens. This is the secret passageway made for the slaves. Additional report, 2-2. A large number of slaves are assumed to have lived in the lair. There's a passageway for the slaves to use. Yan knows this info from there. It's a labyrinth with a lot of primitive traps, so it'll take a while to get through this place, but there's nothing a special forces captain like him can't get through, and Yan has plenty of time now, as he knows that Lorina will buy him plenty of time. As the Lich casts the magic, a red rope-like thing comes out of the skull, and it slowly comes towards Lorina. Lorina is not scared. She tells the Lich that the way he smells and acts is just like an old man. Ho ho ho, I'm looking forward to how your soul will contort. I'll rip off your head to use it as my favorite livestock. Shall I try dismembering that body of yours and transplant it into an orc? Or I could also turn you into a zombie and make you eat humans. I wonder if you'll still be this haughty enough talking. Let's begin, it's over for you. The Lich says this. And after that, the red rope-like things rushed to attack her. As the attack is about to hit Lorina, she did something unexpected that shocked the Lich. Lorina catches the red rope with her mouth. She bites it and says to the Lich that all he can do is act, but actually he tastes like shit. The Lich gets mad, and HW starts to make a black-red ball with his hands. This magic's name is Dark Annihilation. Magic Dark Break. As he is about to launch the attack, the Lich noticed something and stops his attack and looks at his lair. Lorina gets confused to see this scene. The Lich gets that the barrier he puts in the altar gate has been broken. He gets furious and binds Lorina's neck with the red rope. He then pulls Lorina towards him and says that how dare she is to distract him while her other friend gets into his lair. Lorina says that what does he mean by that? The Lich gets mad and tells her to shut up. He then uses gravity wave magic and smash her on the ground. The Lich then turns around and orders his skulls to open the gate to his altar. After that, the skulls rotates around at mid-air and a red portal is made. The Lich gets through the portal. Lorina now gets up and she is injured and also confused to see the sudden disappearance of the Lich. Then in the lair, we can see a red magic circle is formed on the white floor, and from there, the Lich comes out and says, that who dares to defile his altar. The Lich finds no one, and he starts to think that how come someone has break through his barrier, and how did they know about this secret place? He thinks that if this person is from the Mage Guild or an enemy from the Empire's army. As he walks further, he sees that some of his elixirs bottle are rolling around on the floor. Seeing this, he gets angry and shouts, "My elixirs! Who drank them all?" These are the extra elixirs, the best secret potion that the Lich has refined in the last 1,000 years that can reconstruct mana and physical bodies. The Lich's blood is boiling out of anger, and he has prepared these elixirs for 1,000 years for the sake of being revived as a human. After that, we can see Jan is sitting behind the Lich, seeing the Lich. Jan speaks up and says that the extra elixirs tasted so good. Hearing Jan's voice, the Lich turns his head and asks if he is the one who passed through his barrier. Jan tells the Lich to calm down and suggests him to come and have a drink with him, as there is no point in saving them. Jan is at a state of excessive mana consumption. When one consumes too much mana, they'd be in a state similar to a drunken state. Seeing this, the Lich gets mad and gets that Jan is a drunken brat. Seeing as how you rushed back, you must have been having a great time just now. Did I get way of that? It was worth coming in from the main gate. Jan says this to the Lich. The Lich shouts and tells Jan that he will kill him first and then kill all of the others outside. The Lich also asked Jan that if he thought that he wouldn't know that some rat had snuck into his lair. You didn't even know your lair was being raided. You wouldn't have known at all if I had only used the secret passageway, Jan says. The Lich then asked why did he break the barrier of the main gate? The main reason that Jan break the barrier is to save Lorina. When Jan was about to take the secret passageway, he thinks about Lorina, and so he jumps from the stairs and attacks the main gate barrier and destroyed it. Jan replies, the Lich, that he suddenly feel like it, so he breaks the barrier. Jan also says that there were also some ancient documents lying around too, and books about mana heart and energy core. So he asked the Lich that if he has gather all of that like some shut-in for 1,000 years, Cuckoo, do you know how I gathered them? My name is Moman, the one who decided to become an undead for 1,000 years for the sake of revenge. In the last 1,000 years, all I did was to prepare a mere rat like you dares to foil my plans, for the sake of seeking revenge against the bastard who betrayed me and took everything from me. I even swallowed the humiliation of becoming an undead. My great plans are now for naught thanks to you. Jan hears all of this while drinking the elixir. He then says, sorry to the Lich. Seeing him drinking, the Lich gets furious, and he instantly starts to attack Jan with his magic. He uses the Great Flame magic as he wants to even vaporizer the blood of Jan. Jan closes his eyes for a bit and reopens them and looks at the Lich confidently and tells him to stop. Hearing this, the Lich stops instantly. The Lich steps back and says that the energy of the mana coming from Jan is very familiar to him. Jan starts to show his chest and tells the Lich that he catch on quickly. As he sides the cloth and shows his chest, there is a small magic circle glowing in his chest. The Lich sees this and asked Jan that if he has consumed his life vessel. Jan tells him that it's a mana heart. A mana heart? You used my life vessel to obtain a mana heart? How do you know how to use a mana heart? The Lich asked. Jan didn't answer him anymore and starts to run away. Seeing this, the Lich uses his wide-range flame, magic heavy fire rain. Jan successfully avoids all the attack and runs. The Lich also starts to cause him. Jan tells the Lich to calm down as if he kills him. He will also die as he holds his life vessel. While chasing Jan, the Lich tells him that he will not kill him. He will use his body and revive himself. The Lich also tells that as Jan has ruined his work of a millennia and has taken his life vessel, and drinks all the elixirs, he will take his body, which will be a fair trade. You want to use my body? Sorry. But I don't swing that way. Jan tells this to the Lich. The Lich then starts to cast a magic, and he tells Jan to give up already and hand him his body. The Lich uses parallel circulation magic, and many magic circles appears and surrounds Jan. The name of this magic is Hexastrom. Jan gets impressed to see this, so to get out of there safely, Jan uses Divine Dragon's breathing, and he also activates his mana heart. As the magic is casted, lightning blots fireball, and few other attacks come out of the magic circles and hit the floor and breaks it into pieces. Seeing this destruction, the Lich says that he used this magic after a long time so he couldn't adjust the power level. He even wonders that if Jan is still alive. but Jan surprised him as he gets behind him and asked him that if he is worried about him, seeing him. The Lich instantly launched the attack, but Jan jumps to avoid it. Jan uses dark dragon arts and moves at high speed. The Lich gets surprised to see that a rat like Jan can move this fast. After that, Jan quickly gets out the main gate. As Jan is running, he also gets shocked to see that how good he is, as he didn't expected this. Endless. Mana is being circulated from the mana heart. It's as if it's breathing. Is this the true power of the dragon's breathing? Jan wonders. The heart and mana crystal of monsters, elixirs, and even the Lich's life vessel. Jan consumed them all to become stronger. With how things are going, he'll be able to return to his prime days soon. No, maybe it's possible to climb even higher. Jan thinks this runs at full speed. After a while, he comes to a dead end. Jan looks back, sees that the Lich is coming. I activated my trap to shut the door. Now you don't have anywhere else to run to. What will you do? The Lich asked. Jan gets that if this is how things are, he'll have to kill the ancient Lich. No, that won't be possible. He has already used all his tools and weapons. He don't have any ways of fighting him now. The Lich again starts to cast a summoning technique and summons a dragon skull. Jan stands still, and he knows that he don't have any ways of fighting the Lich. But the person on whom common sense doesn't work would. At that time, Prince Leon Cavallon comes breaking through the wall and slashes the dragon skull and stands in front of Jan and asked him if he is okay. He also tells Jan that he did great, says him that he can leave the rest to him. After looking at the monster, Cavallon says that he didn't expect to see such a monster in this place. Hundreds of trainees have either gone missing or died because of you. Those hundreds of trainees are also my citizens. However, they withered away before they even had the chance to bloom. I will never forgive you. Leon Cavallon says this to the Lich. After that, Jan greets the prince. Leon asked Jan that what a trainee like him is doing here. I was tracking the Lich and got separated from the rest, Jan replies. Leon then praises him for informing the location of the Lich. He then tells Jan to run away. Jan thanks Roman for informing this. Before the test, Jan tasked Roman to tell about this, coordinates to the prince. The Lich then asked Leon that the energy from his body smells like Bahamut, so he asked Leon that how the hell is he related to Bahamut. Bahamut, how do you know our founding emperor's name? Leon asked. Founding emperor? To think you're the descendant of Bahamut. What a ridiculous turn of events. This is so ridiculous. Today's a special day like that one. The Lich was the subordinate of Bahamut. Momon, I can't believe you made the divine dragon's breathing. Incredible. You've fulfilled your role. Now, die for me. Bahamut uses Momon and kills him. Momon is the one who formed the divine dragon's breathing. The Lich laughs as the descendant of his sworn enemy has appeared before him like this.